Hi, today I am so excited about the video because we are going to do a review, a product review. I've never done one before. Today we are going to review Queen Elisabeth cocoa butter, lotion and cream. So as I mentioned, I have been using Queen Elisabeth cocoa butter for a while. I think for about 7 years now, and it's really good. And today I decided to just explain to you why I think this is a product that everyone should have in their self-care kit. So one thing that scientifically they say about cocoa butter is that it's full of fatty acids, which are really good because they help to make your skin more elastic and they really hydrate the skin. Now I have been pregnant 3 times, and one of those times was a twin pregnancy, so my tummy was like way over there, and me, when I get pregnant, like I grow big and I add so much weight. And one of the issues I was worried about was actually stretch marks, as you have heard people talk about before during pregnancy. So one day my tummy was really itchy. You know the way you're getting pregnant, you're pregnant and your tummy is growing and growing. So my tummy was getting really itchy and I was really scratching. And then I met this friend of mine from work, and she was telling me, first of all, don't scratch that tummy, it just makes it worse. And then she recommended Queen Elisabeth cocoa butter, and she was saying that it's really good for stretch marks and for the itchiness that you get during pregnancy. Now of course, people will say this is good for stretch marks and all that, but the proof is in the pudding. So I went and I bought Queen Elisabeth cocoa butter and I started slathering it on my pregnant belly, and the itchiness stopped because it's true that it really hydrates your skin. And because my tummy had already expanded, you know what happens is, where stretch marks comes from, they come from your skin going through rapid expansion without it being elastic. So my tummy had already sort of grown, so I had already developed a few stretch marks. But once I started using Queen Elisabeth cocoa butter, the itching stopped and I formed fewer stretch marks. And then over time, even once the baby came, I've continued using it, and true to its word, it really does fade stretch marks. It doesn't make them disappear completely unless you've been using it for a long time. And yes, now I can really see, because my last one is 2 now, so it's been 2 years since my last pregnancy. And with every pregnancy, because I use cocoa butter, I get fewer stretch marks. But now also, because I've been using it over time, I've realized that the stretch marks are indeed fading, which is really good. Another benefit of using Queen Elisabeth cocoa butter is that it actually protects your skin from sun damage. Yes, it actually even says that on the tin. And I really love this one because this is original. It's made in Cote d'Ivoire, Abidjan actually. And so there are some, you will find some in the market that are not the real deal, but I will tell you exactly how to know and where to get one that you can be guaranteed is a real deal. So anyway, it does say on the tin that it protects from sun damage, and that is true. Now, this is not a sunscreen, but because it is really thick and because it is full of what they call plant nutrients, it really is good for protecting against sun damage. And one thing else that I also really like about it is that it helps reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Yes, it does, because it really nourishes, hydrates and moisturizes the skin. So there are 2 types here. We have the cocoa butter body lotion, and then we also have the cream. It is a hand and body cream. Now the difference comes with the consistency. So this is the lotion. As you can see, we have been making good use of it here. It's really good for the whole body, and the cream works really well, especially for your hands, especially if you're a mom and you're doing a lot of housework like I do. You really want something like this, because once I'm done with all the housework, before I go to bed, I make sure I apply a generous amount on my hands, and when I wake up in the morning, my hands are usually still moisturized. It's also really good for your feet, especially the soles of your feet, and just generally your feet, because that's an area of your body that really needs serious hydration. And also this one I would recommend for during pregnancy, or if you have experience or are experiencing weight gain, this is really good. Now this is good for everyday use and for the whole of your body, but this is especially good if you're experiencing excessively dry skin. I would highly recommend it. The other thing that I wanted to say about cocoa butter cream is that when you buy it, because it's really thick, so a little goes a long way. So when you buy a tin like this, it really lasts you like a long time. I have really come to appreciate how long it lasts, and it's good for the whole family as we use it. It's great for kids because it's 100% natural, so you don't have to worry about what additives have been put and what chemicals and all that. And especially, you know, once you get kids, you really become very choosy about the kinds of products that you bring in your home. So this is one that I'm not worried about even applying it on my kids, because I know it is original and it has zero additives actually. So it's just whatever is here, it's just 100% natural. So I'd highly recommend it. So yeah, thus the Queen Elizabeth cocoa butter. Let me just read for you what it says on the tin. It says, this is a blend of natural cocoa butter and pure lanolin in a non-greasy moisturizing base. It's actually non-greasy for sure. It doesn't leave you with that greasy feeling on your hands. It helps protect skin from the sun. Excellent for use on skin overexposed to sun or wind. It helps to restore and control essential moisture balance and prevent dry skin wrinkles, lines, and crow's feet. It soothes and softens dry, irritated, chapped, or sunburned skin. It also helps relieve stretched skin during and after pregnancy, and that is 100% true. I don't think I can add anything more. Maybe the only thing I can add is that personally for me, I do not use it for my face. You can use it for your face if you want, but I don't use it for my face because I have what they call an acne prone skin, so I have to be really careful with the kind of products I put on my face. And so I use medicated products for my face. I use anything that has benzoyl peroxide or salicylic acid, you know, any product that is medicated and recommended to me by my dermatologist. But if your skin does not have such issues, your face, this would be great. So I use it for my hands, for my feet, and for my body. And also what I'd like to talk about is the price. Yes. So now these two can be found on Jumia. We have a shop on Jumia. It's called SUZY'S Boutique. Please check it out. You'll get great stuff. Follow the shop as well on Jumia. So this normally goes for 1,500 Kenya shillings, but it's on offer. Yay, November. And now it's going for 999. So all the from 1,500 to 999 Kenya shillings. And this normally goes for 1,200 Kenya shillings, but now it's going for 1,009 Kenya shillings. So yeah, we're having a big old sale, seeing as this is November. And let me give you some of the reviews that we have received on our shop on Jumia, so that you know that I'm not making this up. Okay, so let's see. Customer feedback on Jumia. It says there's a customer here, I will not read their names. They said nice and thick, I love it. Another person said it's awesome. Another person said it's perfect. Another one said I like it, has a nice cooling effect on my skin. Another one says it smells nice, the quantity is good and leaves my skin feeling hydrated. All right, someone says it lasts for long. As I said, it's really economical. Another one said the product was delivered fast and it leaves the skin glowing and moisturized. Look at that. Then someone said it's the best, I would order for more. Another one says I loved it, definitely buying more, get real value for your money. Oh, that's nice. Another person says I liked it, I will definitely shop here next time. Another person says it is as described, I have been buying this from Jumia for a while. All right, so that was for the cocoa butter cream. Let me read the reviews for the cocoa butter lotion. Someone says it was delivered very fast and I love this product. My wife and I are very happy, first of all, with the size of the lotion. It will serve the whole family, coming back again when it's finished. Oh, that's nice. Someone else says I love it, my skin is so smooth and refreshed, great for stretch marks too, this is the real deal. So yeah, look at that. So please check out the shop on Jumia. I am going to put the link in the description below. Kindly also check out the video about how to make your own hand wash, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, and thank you for watching.